Hi everyone, we're going to factor the polynomials given here, and we're going to use factor by grouping. And to use factor by grouping, we have four terms here. Sometimes when you get four terms like that, you can't do factor by grouping. So you kind of have to test that. But I'm telling you that is going to be factor by grouping. So what we want to do is group some of these terms together so we can get quantities that are the same. So this is what I mean. If I take my x cubed and group it with this one, so that's going to be minus xz squared, and then I'm going to group these two together like this. So this will be minus x squared times y plus y times z squared. Now, for this part, I can factor out an x, and that's going to give me x squared minus z squared. Here I want to factor out a positive y. So if you factor out a positive y, then I'm going to write this one first. This gives you z squared minus x squared. So our goal is to make these two quantities here the same, and they're not because they're flipped. If I have a plus here, and you know a plus equals minus a negative, right? So what I can do is make this negative here and this a negative here. So that's going to give me x times x squared minus z squared minus y. And then when you negate this, we'll flip this around. That's going to be positive x squared and then minus z squared. All right. Now, we can factor by grouping. These quantities are the same, which was our goal. So let's write that part first, x squared minus z squared. And then these two go together. So that's going to be x minus y. And when you think about it, when you distribute, you multiply x times all of this, we get that. And negative y times this quantity, we get this. So the only thing is, this isn't factored completely. So we're going to use our difference of squares, this formula here, for this right here. And that's going to be x minus, or put plus c. You can put plus or minus, it doesn't matter which order. X minus c. And then we're going to have x minus y. So that will be your factored completely. Now let's do the second one. It's also factored by grouping. You might want to, it's a little easier actually. So you might want to try this one on your own. See what you can group together. You have to do a little bit of a mental look on it. So let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to factor, I'm going to group these two together first. X squared, y squared minus xy. Because you're trying to mentally look at, and then you have minus 3xyz plus. You're trying to mentally look at what will give you us the equal quantity here. Now, if I factor out, let's see, where am I? If you factor out an xy, we're going to get xy times xy minus 1. All right, so that's what I want over here. I want an xy minus 1 as well. So let's see what we can factor out of negative 3z, because we have 3z in both of these. All right, so that means all I have to do is write out this term. It's going to be xy minus 1, and then you're going to put these together. So this is going to be xy minus 3z. Also, you could write this as xy minus 3z. You can do that part first, and then write the xy minus 1. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.